All right, ladies and gents, today we are going to be moving into one of my favorite lessons of the entire semester. It explores barriers to vote that a lot of individuals had to go through to be able to use their constitutional right to vote in America. Despite what you may think, just because a constitutional amendment or a law says you can do something doesn't mean that people are going to allow that to happen as easily. Okay. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to be taking a literacy test, a test that essentially was given to people that the majority of the population of America during a certain time in our history used to prevent people that they didn't want to vote from voting. These tests were tricky, they were unfair, they were biased, and they were meant to make you fail. If you failed this test, even one question you missed, you would be stated that you were not educated to vote and therefore could not vote, despite having the constitutional right to. So in today's lesson, folks, you're going to go ahead and start out with this video. It's going to explore barriers for Black voters in the South specifically, and what white Southerners were putting into place to prevent these individuals from voting. And then we're going to go into the My Document tab, which you'll see at the top of your lesson here, and open up the literacy test. It is a very short one, and it is just an attempt. It is an experiment. Do not worry about submitting it. It is not for a grade, but I want you to open it and see if you can go through. Experience what it was like to take a literacy test. This is a very shortened version, but it is based on one that African Americans specifically took back in the 1960s. Once you do that and you've watched the video, you're going to go into this choose your response activity. The choose your response activity is going to give you two different options to show what you learned from this lesson. Technically three. A video response, you can do a Flipgrid, a Padlet response, which is like a group shared written response, or just a personal response in the form of a Google form. You will click on however you want to display your understanding from completing the literacy test, watching this video, and display your understanding. It's a very quick lesson today, folks, but it is very impactful to show all the barriers that were in place specifically for African Americans to vote, even though they had the constitutional right to do so. All right, so if you have any questions, as always, shoot me a message, folks, but that's it for today. Please get a jump on the lesson and let me know if you need anything.